Hey BC, how's it going? Hope you're all having a good week. I know I said I would get this video out this past weekend, but I should stop making promises like that because I just keep missing them. But anyway, I'm going to finish off my 45 collection, part 2 here. Plane goes by right as I start filming and never fails. So I think I mentioned also last time that I need to invest in another, or I need to invest another $5 into another one of these boxes. Just because, you know, they're pretty awesome for 45 storage. My only problem with the boxes is I wish that you could fit more than one per cube on the IKEA shelves, because you can't stack one on top of the other and you can't put them side to side, I don't think. So yeah, it's gonna be a little awkward. But anyway, the box is good. The box itself is good quality and all that. So this month I've actually got a really solid amount of new recent arrivals, which I'll show I guess at the end, just so the video is completely up to date with every single single that I have. But other than that, I just kind of have a bunch of, you know, generic sleeve 45s in here, A to Z. So I'll start off, and you know, starting alphabetically, of course, lands on. I think a lot of us have a guilty pleasure for this group, but it's the great ABBA, you know, Dancing Queen, and that's me on the B side. Ooh, how am I gonna do this? Am I gonna put them back in the box and deal with them sliding all around and everything, or am I gonna try to pull them out and keep them separate? Here, I think I'll put this off to the side, and that might help a little bit. Okay. This is gonna be trickier than I thought, guys. I'm sorry. Next up is another ABBA, Knowing Me, Knowing You, classic song. Both of these on the Atlantic label, and Happy Hawaii is on the B side. Atlanta Rhythm Section on Polydor. So Into You, kind of a minor hit for them, I think. Everybody Gotta Go is the B side. Tony Basil, Mickey, another kind of 80s guilty pleasure for me. The B side is Thief on the Loose. This is on the Chrysalis label. Getting into my Beach Boys here, I'll pull all these out at once. Again, these are just my generic sleeve Beach Boys. Most of these are on the Capitol label. Be True to Your School, with In My Room on the B side, one of their classic songs in my opinion, both of those. Man with All the Toys, and Blue Christmas. Sloop John B, and You're So Good to Me. On Brother Records, we have Heroes and Villains, and You're Welcome. Back on Capitol again is Do It Again, and Wake the World. That's the Beach Boys, and of course, right after that is the Beatles. I have actually a really solid amount of Beatles. Again, most of these are, actually all these are Capitol, and I'm sure a lot of you already know these. Got Hard Day's Night and I Should Have Known Better. A lot of these have a lot of writing on the labels, you know how it is. Can't Buy Me Love. Can't even read the B-side on this. You can't do that. Look at all that writing. I Feel Fine. She's a Woman. Yesterday. Big old masking tape label there from Connie. Act Naturally, the B-side. One of my favorite of their early singles is We Can Work It Out and Day Tripper. I don't remember which one is the A side on that one. And of course, Nowhere Man and What Goes On. That's all my generic sleeve Beatles. A Chuck Berry here with My Ding-a-ling and Johnny B. Good on chess. I think this is a later chess pressing, maybe 60s or so. Who's this? Elvin Bishop, Fooled Around, Fell in Love, and Slick Titty Boom. Okay, I didn't realize that was the name of the B-side. Hooked on a Feeling, Blue Suede, and Gotta Have Your Love. I realized that those two have a Guardians of the Galaxy connection. Like I think I mentioned before, I tried to get a Guardians of the Galaxy singles collection going. I think the only ones I'm missing at this point are Hooked on a Feeling, Cherry Bomb, and Moon Age Daydream was never released as a single, but I have the Ziggy Stardust LP anyway. Blues Magoo's Pipe Dream. I love that red Mercury label. There's a chance we can make it. It's on the B side. Got a Stax one here, Groovin' by Booker T and the MGs. Again, you can see all the writing on here, and Slim Jenkins Place. A couple James Brown. These are actually in really excellent condition, so I had to pick them up. It's World, Part 1 and 2, all on King. These are all on the King label. And Ain't It Funky Now, Part 1 and 2. Margaritaville, Jimmy Buffett on that ABC label. Big old name on this one. A lot of these have names. If any of you know a really awesome way to get Sharpie off of labels or covers for that matter, I'd really love to know. I know the dry erase marker trick that is kind of hit and miss and can, especially on like solid colored labels like this, can actually remove a lot of the color from it. So maybe I won't try that on this one, but if anyone knows anything else that might work, let me know. Anyways, this is the Byrds with Turn, 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 and She Don't Care About Time. Oh, okay. Again, just didn't remember that title. Boy Named Sue by Johnny Cash with San Quentin on the B side. I think these are live from San Quentin. Yeah. More Cash, If I Were a Carpenter. This one's with June Carter. And Cause I Love You is the B side. Sunday Morning Coming Down, and I'm Gonna Try to Be That Way. Harry Chapin, Cats in the Cradle, and Vacancy. These are on the Elektra Caterpillar label. Ray Charles, Hit the Road Jack. I've always loved this song even when I was a kid. Danger Zone is the B-side. I spent kind of a surprisingly long time looking for this one. I don't know why. I thought it would be easier to find. And I still don't have one in very good condition, but I'm still holding out for a better one. Is The Twist by Chubby Checker on that cool Parkway label. Again, you can see a little bit of the damage on it. And vinyl's, you can't see it that well, but it's got this kind of haziness to it. And Toot is the B-side. Moving on. Jim Croce, Time in a Bottle, and Hard Time Losing Man, both from the You Don't Mess Around with Jim album, which I have. A couple of CCR here. I'll pull all these out. They're all on the Fantasy label. Proud Mary, you see there, and Born on the Bayou. Bad Moon Rising with Lodi. Green River. Commotion. Traveling Band with Who'll Stop the Rain on the B-side, and Long as I Can See the Light with Looking Out My Back Door. They were really good about pairing up good B-sides with their singles. Dave Clark 5, Do You Love Me? I don't really have any strong feelings on the Dave Clark 5, honestly. Chiquita is the B-side. I'm a Man, Spencer Davis Group. The B-side here is, can't get enough of it. I'll be honest, the first time I heard this song was on Mad Men. I think it's the premiere of the final season, but that introduces the season. I mean, they started with the song, and the music on that show is really great if you don't know. But yeah, that's the first time I heard that, and I had to seek that one out immediately. I pick up pretty much everything I see on the Bang label, the original one with like the pistol. This is Derek with Cinnamon. I don't know much about the artist Derek, and I think this may be like their only major hit. I don't know if they ever made a record even, like a full-length record. The B-side here is This Is My Story though. Dexy's Midnight Runners with Come On Eileen obviously, and Let's Make This Precious. Another one on Bang here. Neil Diamond, Girl You'll Be a Woman Soon, obviously from Pulp Fiction if you know. And You'll Forget is the B-side. Early Neil Diamond, especially on the Bang label, is really solid. I would not write those off. Donovan, Wear Your Love Like Heaven, and Oh Gosh. Is this another Donovan here? Yep. Susan on the West Coast Waiting with Atlantis on the B-side. Couple, just one Doors here. Hello, I Love You, and Love Street. If I remember right, I think Love Street skips, which is really disappointing. Yeah, it's got a pretty gnarly scratch on there, but again, I don't really pass them up for 45 cents. The Drifters, There Goes My Baby, really solid R&B track, and Oh My Love. There's certain labels I always look out for. I mean, I skip. I try to read every single label as I flip through them quickly. I try to do it as quickly as possible while I'm also still looking at them, actually, you know. But there's a couple I definitely pay extra attention to. This one is Duran Duran, Hungry Like the Wolf. And is it the same thing on the B-side? Is it a different remix? One is from the LP Rio and one is from the mini LP Carnival. So I guess it's a different version on the B-side. Bob Dylan, Like a Rolling Stone with Gates of Eden, which is, I don't know if I would call it any 60s Dylan song underrated, but you know what I'm trying to say. It's just a good song. Lay Lady Lay with Peggy Day on the B-side, obviously from his country period, brief country period. Knocking on Heaven's Door, which is really the only song you need from the Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid soundtrack, in my opinion. Turkey Chase is the B-side here. And even this song is like, it's barely 2 minutes, you know. I see that soundtrack all the time, and that's the only reason I bring that up. Electric Prunes, I Had Too Much to Dream last night. Killer, Psych, Garage track. Lovin' is on the B-side. I think I may have shown this recently in a recent finds. The Name Game by Shirley Ellis on the Congress label. You don't really see this one too much. And Whisper to Me Wind is the B-side. First edition, just dropped in, see what condition my condition is in. Why am I blanking on who's in this band? First edition, Kenny Loggins? Correct me if I'm wrong. Ella Fitzgerald, Too Young for the Blues. And It's Only a Man. Love her voice. I think she's pretty well known, obviously. On Buddha Records is Ooh Child by the Five Stairsteps, again with the whole Guardians of the Galaxy thing. Just a great soundtrack. If you've never heard of it, it's just a good compilation of mostly 70s stuff, pop and R&B and a little bit of rock. And Who Do You Belong To? It's the B-side. Fleetwood Mac, Go Your Own Way with Silver Springs. I don't remember if that one's on the LP or not. I feel like it would say. Never Loved a Man, The Way I Love You, Aretha Franklin, Do Right Woman, Do Right Man is the B-side. Getting into Marvin Gaye here. I'll pull all these out. So I have a few of these. Pick them up whenever I see them. This is one of the labels I always look out for, is the Tamla label, and Motown too. Most of the Motown I see around here is Diana Ross, who I'm not crazy about. But too busy to think about my baby, and wherever I lay my hat, that's my home. With Tammy Terrell here is Ain't No Mountain High Enough, again from the Guardians soundtrack, and Give a Little Love. Heard it through the grapevine, just a classic. You're What's Happening in the World Today, with a label maker from Meggie. Okay, it's Mercy Mercy Me and Sad Tomorrows. Here we've got Trouble Man and Don't Mess with Mr. T, and the classic Let's Get It On and I Wish It Would Rain. The only LP I have by Marvin is What's Going On. I love to get Let's Get It On. Ode to Billy Joe by Bobby Gentry, pretty well known. Mississippi Delta, it's the B-side. I see that LP all the time as well. Norman Greenbaum, Spirit in the Sky, and Milk Cow. Another one from Guardians, I just realized. This one here is American Woman by the Guess Who. No Sugar Tonight is the B-side. Here on Reprise Records is the Happy Days soundtrack. This is another recent find for me that I believe I've already shown. It's by Pratt and McLean with Brother Love. I don't know either, just the Happy Days soundtrack. And Cruising with the Fonz is the B-side. Love the Happy Days soundtrack. I'm actually going to pull that one out because I feel like listening to it all of a sudden. George Harrison, What Is Life, and Apple Scruffs. Two of my favorite, or two of the highlights from All Things Must Pass, in my opinion, on the amazing Apple label. Jimi Hendrix Experience, Purple Haze, With the Wind Cries Mary, on Reprise. I don't know if this is original or not. I wouldn't even know how to tell, honestly. We've got the Hollies, The Air That I Breathe, and Jennifer Eccles. Pina Colada Song, Escape. I got that backwards. It's Escape, parentheses, the Pina Colada Song by Rupert Holmes. And Drop It is the B-side. This was on Infinity Records. I don't think I've seen this label too much. Usually when I do, it's this 45. This one's a good one. Human Beings, Nobody But Me, with Sueno. Billy Idol, White Wedding, and Dancing With Myself. This is one of those later reissue things where they would put two A-sides on 145. I see a lot of these, and this was a good one to pick up. Those are two cool songs. The Ink Spots, Maybe, and We Three, My Echo, My Shadow, and Me. Those are both good Ink Spots tracks. Another one I've shown recently is this one from Eric Records. Kind of a random pairing of songs, but it's Twist and Shout by the Isley Brothers and then Louie Louie by the Kingsmen. I don't know. I just needed Twist and Shout, honestly. Crystal Blue Persuasion by Tommy James and the Shondells on Roulette. And I'm Alive is the B-side. Another one here on Roulette. I guess the same band. Yeah, Dragging the Line and Bits and Pieces. I Love Rock and Roll by Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. You Don't Know What You've Got is on the B-side. Journey, Lovin', Touchin', Squeezin', and Daydream. Here's an original of the Kingsmen, Louie Louie, 64, 65, 66. I don't know why it says that on there. And Little Green Thing is the B-side. This is on the Wand label. Pretty nice. The Kinks, Set Me Free, and I Need You. Excuse me. And I Need You is the B-side. Really solid single there. Dedicated Follower of Fashion, Sitting on My Sofa. Another one by the Kinks. Kool and the Gang, Celebration. I see this one all the time. I don't know what it is about it. Morning Star is the B-side. Cyndi Lauper, Time After Time with I'll Kiss You. And no, I guess I had the other one in the picture sleeve. I have another Cyndi Lauper. This one's Plastic Ono Band with Give Peace a Chance and Remember Love. Another one on Apple. Gordon Lightfoot, The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, and The House You Live In. I see lots of Golden Lightfoot 45s. That's the only one I really cared to pick up. Lips Inc., Funky Town. Yeah, I don't know either. And All Night Dancing is on that B-side. Pop Music by M, with M Factor on Sire. That's another one I got recently, I'm pretty sure. Don't Worry Mother, Your Son's Heart is Pure by the McCoys, and Coco is on the B-side. And again with the Bang label, just really solid label, and really solid track there by the McCoys. Different Tamla label is The Miracles, Come On Do the Jerk, and Baby Don't You Go. Obviously, before they started being called Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. The Monkees, I'm a Believer, and I'm Not Your Stepping Stone. That's the only Monkees record in my whole collection. Van Morrison, Brown Eyed Girl, and Goodbye Baby, Baby Goodbye. Again, that Bang Records label just catches my eye, but then obviously I need it if it's Van Morrison. Here we've got Whiskey River by Willie Nelson and All of Me. I think this is another one of the double A-side things. Kind of an interesting one here I don't know much about. It's on Lizard Records. Kind of an interesting label, but it's by Nolan. It's called I Like What You Give, or yeah, I Like What You Give, and Somebody's Crying. The B-side, really solid song if you've never heard it. An original Crying by Roy Orbison, And Candyman is the B-side on Monument Records. Another on Monument is Oh Pretty Woman. And I guess it's Yo Te Amo Maria. I don't know, because there's the Half Price Books price sticker on there. I wish they would not put those on the labels, but sometimes they do. Here is The Outsiders with Time Won't Let Me. And Was It Really Real? For some reason, this one is kind of sought after. It's Jolene by Dolly Parton, and Love You're So Beautiful Tonight from the Bubbling Over album with Porter Wagoner, or by Porter Wagoner. I don't know. I would love to get the Jolene LP. Never see it. Pink Floyd, Another Brick in the Wall Part 2, One of My Turns. You all know that one. You all know this one too, is The Police, Roxanne, and Dead End Job is that B-side. Elvis Presley in the Ghetto with Any Day Now. If any of you are South Park fans, Eric Cartman sings In the Ghetto whenever they go to Kenny's house for the first time in like season 1. Green is Crazy Little Thing Called Love, and Spread Your Wings. Red Electra Label. We're getting through these guys. The Raiders, Indian Reservation, and Terry's Tomb. Raspberries, Go All the Way, another one from the Guardians soundtrack, and With You in My Life. Come and Get Your Love by Redbone, yet another from the Guardians soundtrack. Day to Day Life is the B-sides on the Orange Epic label. On Volt is, how many Fa's are in here? Fa, 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 sad song, Otis Redding. I say Otis Redding, I meant Otis Redding. And Good to Me. Another label that just catches my eye there. Anything on Stax or Volt. Behind Closed Doors by Charlie Rich. And I Take It On Home. Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. Maybe I should put this one with the other Miracles record, but it's More Love and Swept For You Baby. Silver Train and Angie by the Stones. I believe these are from Sticky Fingers, question mark? That is not correct. Go Ted Soup maybe? That sounds more right. Another ones I got recently is She's So Cold and Send It To Me. Not really sure I'm going to hang on to that one. Sam and Dave on Stax is Hold On, I'm A-Comin'. And I Got Everything I Need. Another from Sam and Dave on Stax. And Something Is Wrong With My Baby. And A Small Portion of Your Love. Oh, I have another one. I Thank You. And Wrap It Up. You can see that one's in interesting condition. And on a different Stax label here is Soul Man and May I Baby. And I also recently got their Greatest Hits, which I think has most of those songs on it. Simon and Garfunkel, Mrs. Robinson, and Old Friends / Bookends. Cecilia, Simon and Garfunkel, with The Only Living Boy in New York. Those are both from Bridge Over Troubled Water. A couple Nancy Sinatra here. Pull all these out. These Boots Are Made for Walking by Lee Hazelwood. And The City Never Sleeps at Night is that B-side. How Does That Grab You, Darlin'? The Last of the Secret Agents on the B-side. And Sugartown with Summer Wine. Really cool one. I wish I saw more 45s by this group. It's Sly and the Family Stone. Thank you for letting me be myself again. And Everybody's is a Star. These are both on the Greatest Hits. Really awesome B-side there. Everybody is a Star. I think it's like track 2 on the Greatest Hits. Jimmy Smith, Old Man River. I just love that old Verve label. The black one, I mean. And Bashin' there on the B-side. What's this one? Jesse's Girl by Rick Springfield. And Carry Me Away. This one's cool. It's on the Cadet concept label. It's pictures of Mastic Men by the Status Quo. Gentleman Joe's Sidewalk Cafe is the B-side. Steam, Na Na Hey Hey, Kiss 'Em Goodbye. It's The Magic in You Girls, the B-side. That track, I feel like it has always existed, or I guess it has always existed for me, just because, you know, obviously it was from before I was born, but it's kind of, for some reason, that and like Hit the Road Jack, I've just kind of always known. I don't know, I guess I heard them very early on in my life. I Want Candies, the original one by the Strangelows, again on Bang Records, and It's About My Baby. I Feel Love by Donna Summer, really interesting single mix, and Can't We Just Sit Down and Talk It Over. Put On the Ritz by Taco, Living in My Dream World is that B-side. Talk Talk, It's My Life. Yeah, I just lost my place just now. Hang on, let me fix it. Okay, I think I got it. Oh, hang on. We're just talking. There it is, okay. So this is all that's left. And then the new arrivals. It's My Life by Talk Talk. With Again, a Game, Again. Everybody Wants to Rule the World by Tears for Fears. With Pharaohs. I'm Not in Love by 10cc. Again with the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack. And Channel Swimmer. Tokens, The Lion Sleeps Tonight. Boanina. This is that B-side. Toto, Hold the Line. Was Taking It Back. Again by Toto is Africa and Good For You. Sort of another double A-side here. Surfing Bird by the Trashmen with You Can't Sit Down by the Dovels. I'm not sure. Silence is Golden by the Tremolos. You can see all the writing there on the label. And Let Your Hair Hang Down. Wild Thing by the Trogs with From Home. You can see that the original person wrote the opposite songs on the opposite labels because the labels are backwards on this one. Probably my favorite Trogs song is With a Girl Like You, and I Want You there on the B-side. Love Is All Around, and When Will the Rain Come. I also got another Trogs in a recent finds. I'll show that here in a minute. The Turtles, Happy Together on White Whale with Like the Seasons. A couple of Bill Withers, all on the Sussex label. We've got Harlem with Ain't No Sunshine, probably his most well-known song. Lean on Me with Better Off Dead, and Use Me and Let Me Be in Your Life. Stevie Wonder on Tamla, You Are the Sunshine of My Life, and Tuesday Heartbreak. Stevie Wonder on Motown is I Just Called to Say I Love You, and the instrumental version on the B-side. The Yardbirds, For Your Love, it's Got to Hurry. Another Yardbirds, Shapes of Things, with New York City Blues, I'm sorry. Neil Young, Old Man, and The Needle and the Damage Done. Is this a double A-side? Don't remember. I have another one that's a double A-side for sure. The Youngbloods, Get Together with Beautiful. And topping it off with Time of the Season by the Zombies with Friends of Mine. I would really love to find an original Odyssey and Oracle. They're kind of pricey nowadays. So that's everything A to Z. I'll go ahead and show these new arrivals real quick. First one here in picture sleeve, or not picture sleeve, but a company sleeve. On Tower Records, it's a Standell's Dirty Water, and Rari is the B-side. Condition's okay. Soulfinger by the Bar-Kays on the Volt label. Knucklehead. Reissue of I Get Around by the Beach Boys with that great B-side is Don't Worry Baby. Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys is Caroline No from Pet Sounds, and Summer Means New Love. Beatles, Paperback Writer, and Rain. Been looking for that one for a long time, for the B-side, Rain. The Dixie Cups, Chapel of Love on the Redbird label with Ain't That Nice. Doors, Touch Me, and Wild Child. Guess Who with a question mark on the end of their title, or the end of their name. Shaking All Over, and I can't read what's on the B-side because there's like a name tag covering it up. The Kinks, You Really Got Me, and It's Alright. Really proud to get this one actually, as Monster Mash. I've been looking for that one forever. Question mark in the Mysterians, I Need Somebody, and 18 on the Cameo label. And question mark in the Mysterians, 96 Tears, and Midnight Hour. The Stones, Paint It Black, and Stupid Girl. The Shirelles with It's Love That Really Counts, and Stop the Music on Scepter Records. And Don't Say Goodnight and Mean Goodbye, again by the Shirelles with I Didn't Mean to Hurt You. Shocking Blue with their most well-known song Venus and Hot Sand. Here's That Trogs I was talking about is Wild Thing, and With a Girl Like You, so I guess it's a reissue. Still 60s though. And one I was actually really impressed by, I never heard any other Turtle songs besides like Happy Together and whatever that B-side is. But I was really impressed by the A-side here, is Grim Reaper of Love. Come back there on the B-side. The Grim Reaper of Love was a really cool garage track. So that's my whole collection. Took about an hour altogether to get through everything, but that was around 200, I'm pretty sure the number was. So yeah, thank you guys for joining me. Next week will be finds for the month of, what is it, May? This year's going by really fast. And again, I appreciate all the comments, likes, and if you feel like subscribing, that's cool too. I've recently hit 300. I could never think of a good thing for a 300 subs contest, but maybe I'll just do a random contest, not celebrating any number in particular. Maybe I'll just do one sometime if I think of something good. I'm always thinking. So again, I appreciate you guys watching. If you made it all the way through, have a good one. I'll be watching you guys' videos too. Take care.